Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, but here it is, December, and fixing to head out to FDR State Park in Pine Mountain. It's about 40 degrees where I'm at now at the house, and the wind's blowing and it's cold. But we're gonna take off in the next hour or two. I'm just sitting here getting everything packed up, and once we get there, we'll start filming some of the campground and what's going on this weekend. Plan on going to LaGrange, Georgia, which is probably 20 minutes or so away from Pine Mountain, to visit the Hills and Dales Estate. It's a mansion with supposed to be a beautiful garden, and they decorated to the nines at Christmas. So that's one reason I chose FDR State Park for this time of the month. So stay tuned, and plan on getting there safe so I can show y'all what's going on. Here we have the visitor center at FDR State Park, and out front a monument stands. We have my campsite coming up, which was number 231. And here's the Hills and Dales estate that I visited for the Christmas holidays, along with their visitor center and along with the mansion itself. And they did have luscious gardens, and here's just a small part of it. Behind the visitor center at FDR Park, we had a nice scenic overlook. And at the park, it shows the lake and the canoes and kayaks that can be rented. And throughout the park was a trading post, nice views of the pond and of my campsite again. And I decided I wanted to decorate for Christmas a little bit, so I set up the star showers and snowman scene so everybody could enjoy as they walked and rode through the park some kind of Christmas decorations. Good evening. I'm back from FDR State Park. I started off the video here at the house, getting ready to go. And my goal was to walk around the park and video the park and talk about different sites and the area, but it rained. Thursday, when I got to the park, about an hour after I got there and got set up good, it started raining, which was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It rained the whole evening. And then Friday, it continued to rain all through the night, all Friday up into the night. And finally Saturday, it was a clear, pretty day, and I was able to do some of the things that I wanted to do. And go visit some places. And that evening, as you saw in some of the pictures that I posted, was the Hills and Dales Estate, which is there in LaGrange, Georgia. It's about 20 minutes from FDR State Park. And I wasn't able to take any pictures of inside the estate, the house. They wouldn't allow that, but I could take a picture, of course, of the outside. And it was kind of late when I got there, so I didn't explore the gardens. I did see the one little shot that you saw where they had trimmed the boxwoods out into the word God, which was really neat how they did that. And I got a rain check from them to be able to go back and visit the gardens more, as long as I do it within a year, and visit the house again, because I got there kind of late. But I didn't, like I said, get to walk around the park and video like I wanted to. So I did take some pictures and was able to post them and show them to you. But I did want to tell you a little bit about the park, so you'll kind of know what you're getting into before you get there. It's a beautiful park. It's very quiet, relaxing, off the beaten path. Enjoyed it very much as far as the atmosphere. No wild parties, no craziness, just good relaxing camping, especially after the rain stopped. But there's some areas there, the sites 108 through 117, and you look on your park map that you see on the state website, it shows that they are for tents and for campers. Be known that the camper part is small. I have a 17-foot Starcraft Autumn Ridge, and my camper will fit in there, but that's all. You have to park your vehicle just across the road there, which I mean is right in front of your camper. It's not far off, but you do have to park across the road, and that's all you're going to get in there is about a 17-foot pop-up or something of that nature. And on all those sites, if I remember correctly, if not all of them, the majority of them, your fire pit and your picnic table are on the left side of your camper, which of course is the opposite side that you get in and out of your camper and where your awning is. So that be mindful of that. And some of those sites there, the larger number, I think like 113 through 117, is right at the water. And I think the majority of those are probably tent sites. Just be mindful that 108 through 117 is very small. I think it's 113 through 117 is right there at the water, and the others 108 to 112 are just up from there, going away from the water's edge. But it's a very good water view. It's right there at it. Let's see, 204, 205, and 206. Those are large sites that you can put a good sized camper in, 20, 30 foot or so, with your truck there also at the same campsite. You don't have to park it across the road, and they are right there on the water. Now 205, that's the best if you want right next to the water. I mean, you walk out your door of your camper, and 10 feet, 15 feet or so, there's the water. So that's my favorite site as far as what I saw. But 204, 205, and 206 are large sites that are right there on the water. I think it's like 214 through 217. They're away from the water's edge, good ways off from it. You can still see the water, but it's there beside a pavilion. So if you are wanting to be close to a pavilion, those are the sites that I saw that were real close to the pavilion there, and that's 214 through 217. 501 through 530, that's away from everything. It's off to itself, back in the woods. No water view. It's got a bathhouse and all that there. So you got all your necessities you need, but it's just off the beaten path, away from the main part of the campground, what I call by Lake Delano. And it's right there close to the dump station. When you leave the campground, the dump station is right there up above it. You can actually see it from it. And it's a real nice dump station. And there's like 3 areas. 2 of your receptacles are together, and then you got one receptacle that's over on the other side for another camper. And when I pulled up to it, my camper was a little elevated, which allowed the sewer hose to go more downhill toward the receptacle, which was nice. You don't have to sit there and pick your hose up to get your fluids out, into the tank. So I like the dump station. It was nice. I was in site 231, which of course it's a water view site, not next to the water. It was up the hill, but it was you can see the water from pretty much all of the sites around where I was at, 200 and the 100s. There was a trading post right there in the center. You can go in there and get odds and ends and little souvenirs, wood and things like that. It's not open. Let's see, I was there Thursday. That's when I got there. It's not open on Thursday. It was open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I think it's from 11 o'clock up into the evening. A very nice lady there. Spoke with for a while. Very nice and hospitable. And like I said, I was at site 231, and the trading post was right in front of me. And there was a dumpster there, right there at the trading post, where you can take your trash, walk to it, and throw it in there. And also, just to the right from me up the hill, 75 yards, was the bathhouse. So everything you can get to pretty quick. You know, it's not a bad walk, unless you're more into the 108 and 117 over in the 100 area. There would be a walk to get to the bathhouse. I don't think there was one up that way. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. No TV reception. If you don't have a satellite or a DVD system, you better bring your book. Because during Thursday and Friday, during the rain, I was glad I had taken me a few DVDs and a book to read, because you don't get the first TV station. There's also two lakes there, Lake Delano and Lake Franklin. According to the website, Lake Delano is 15 acres and Lake Franklin is 25 acres. I didn't see Lake Franklin. I didn't get to visit the whole park. There's another section that's a 600 block section. I didn't see it. There's plenty of primitive sites around there too. Like I said, I had a great time. I went to like I told you, I went to the Hills and Dales Estates. Let's see. Went out and ate at the Callaway Gardens spa and golf course, I think is where it's at. It was called Cason's Tap Room. It was a pretty good place to eat. A little on the pricey side, but it was a nice atmosphere. The waitresses and the waiters were nice and polite, and I said it was a real nice place. I enjoyed it. Not something I do quite often, but I did take myself out that night. You got the little White House that is in Warm Springs, Georgia. I didn't visit it because I figured I would save something to do the next time I go, and I do plan on going again. Not sure when, but I will visit the little White House then. But all in all, I had a great time. Like I said, the rain was a little problem in Thursday and Friday, but all in all, it was a good trip, and I enjoyed myself. And I appreciate you looking at the video. Like I said, I hate I didn't get to walk through with the camera and video it as I was walking through. That was my plan, and to point out certain sites that I thought were interesting or something unique about them, but I didn't get to do that. And so I decided after I got home, which is now, that I would post this video and tell you a little bit about it. I hope you got some good information, so if you ever care to go to FDR State Park there in Pine Mountain, you'll know a little bit more about what you see, because looking at a map on the state park website, you don't often see things that you need to see, like the 108 through the 117, how small those sites really are. And you don't know that your picnic table and your fire pit or on the opposite side of your trailer where you would want them, or where I want them. I want them on the same side I get out and where the awning is and all that. So little things like this can help you realize what they are. And like I said, 205 to me is the best site for a water site if you have a larger camper. And the ones where the pavilion are, I believe I said that they were 214 through 217, and it's also a bathhouse right there. Everything is in the center. So I hope this helps you out, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I'll try to do another better video of the next place I go to, which is, I'm not sure yet. That'll be next year in 2020. And I plan on packing up and going as much as I can next year, and hopefully tell you some about the places I go to and give you some good information on them. So thank you again. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video. Thank you.